Hello everyone, hope you're doing alright, hope you're keeping safe, hope you're keeping sane. Now I am currently in the process of uploading a quite heavyweight video talking about problems, gambling problems, non-gambling problems, grief and blimey, all those sort of fun stuff, right? But what I wanted to do is put this video up quickly because I think it's quite time sensitive and it's quite an important thing to talk about. If you've been with the channel, this will be new news. This is something I like to talk about every now and then, but obviously, thankfully, and thank you to you all, there's been a significant increase in sort of subscribers and viewers and all that sort of stuff, all that good stuff, quite recently. So it might be something that you've not seen me talk about before, and that is payday. Yes, it's very nearly payday. As I'm recording this, it is the last Thursday of the month, which means, as well, the calendar works, tomorrow is the last Friday of the month. And also, thanks to the bank holiday, lovely stuff, it's the last working day of the month. So a lot of salaried people, a lot of monthly paid people will be getting paid midnight tonight or early hours of tomorrow morning. And with a long weekend ahead of us as well, so a lot of extra free time, that to me sounds like the perfect storm for someone with a gambling addiction. I know historically it would have been the perfect storm for me, and if I'd managed to make it to the Tuesday after the bank holiday Monday and I still had money in my bank account or in my wallet, that would have been probably nothing short of a miracle. The other thing, what makes this perfect storm even more perfecter, probably not a word, right? The other thing that makes this perfect storm even worse is the fact that more things are now open. As the lockdown has been lifted and we're in stage, I don't know what stage we're in now, who cares, doesn't really matter. But the point is that more stuff is open. I believe amusement arcades are now open. I don't know about the bookies, but I don't know whether they've still got that 15-minute rule or all of that sort of thing. But I'm sure there's more flexibility there. Pubs are open, so people like me who used to waste hour after hour and tenner after tenner on the fruit machines, we're now free to go back and do that again. Please don't, but we can, right? So be very aware, be very on your guard, and you have, I don't know, I'm looking at my watch because I have no idea when I'll upload this, right? But you have a good number of hours between now and when that money hits your bank to decide what you're going to do. And some of that could be as much as giving yourself a pep talk like I used to do every payday. Telling yourself what you're not going to do. Right? Helpful, but I think we've all been there and we've all told ourselves not this time. We're not going to do it this time. We're not going to lose our wages the day we get paid again. And then we lose our wages the day we get paid again, and then we berate ourselves and then say next weekend, next week, next time I get paid, I'm going to not lose it again. And then we do it again. So, whilst giving yourself a pep talk is, moderately entertaining, I guess, but potentially slightly helpful, think practically. Think what you're going to be doing this payday that's different to what you did last payday or whenever it was that you last found yourself on a Monday, annoyed and berating yourself for doing it time and time again. Okay, now I know that thus far in this video I've kind of acted a bit like I'm on speed. I promise you I'm not, right? But it is a serious thing, and the reason I wanted to record this short video before I actually put out today's video was because you have a little bit of time now, between now and when that money hits your account in the small hours of the morning. Even if you get paid weekly, you get paid tonight, didn't you? So you have an opportunity to take some practical steps to ensure that it doesn't happen again. Because if I had £1 for every time I told myself I'm not going to do this anymore, next time I get paid I'm going to do it differently, and then I went ahead and did the same thing month after month, year after year in fact, then I wouldn't be quite so much debt, would I say? If your problem is online, okay, GamStop, just do it now. If you want to stop gambling, GamStop. There's no reason not to. Contact your bank today. I know it's a pain in the arse at the moment because their call centres are all people working from home and it's annoying. But, right, that half hour, whatever on the phone, could be the difference come tomorrow between you having money for the rest of the month and you having stayed awake all night and done your bollocks at the online casinos. So make that call to your bank and see if you can get them to block gambling transactions, because even with the little loopholes that GamStop has, and I'm not shedding any new light or causing any harm, I don't believe, by saying that, we all know that nothing is completely infallible, right? But even if we find a way to navigate our own blocks, which is stupid, but we do it because we're addicted. Even if you find a way to navigate our own blocks, and then there could be another block in place. I am at a position now, personally, where if I fancy to gamble, and I do occasionally still get those urges, right? If I fancy to gamble, I am sure, in my heart of hearts, there is somewhere I can go where I could have a gamble. But dear God, it would be difficult. Right? I'm self-excluded from so many bookies. I'm blocked online. My cards won't work. Even if I wasn't blocked online, my cards wouldn't work for any kind of gambling transactions. My money is overseen by my wife. She could see if I drew a load of cash out of the bank, right? So, you know, it would be so hard for me, is my point. And I've made it so hard for myself, and I'm sure if you want to quit gambling, you can too. But now, today, before, like I say, the perfect storm of a long weekend, loads of free time where we might get bored and we're certainly going to get urges, right? And we also have money in our pocket or money in our bank. And more things are open as well. It couldn't be a worse time to be a gambling addict, but we can make it a great time, and we can have a great long weekend, and we can spend it with friends and family and going down the pub and going to sport or doing whatever. I think I'm playing crazy golf this weekend, which is kind of cool. But we can make it a great weekend, and we can get to Tuesday. Yeah, I know we don't want to think about work again just yet, but we can get to Tuesday and we can go, we did it. Imagine if you're like I was, right? And month in, month out, every month, you're doing all your wages the day you get paid and you're being skint on the Monday. Imagine that sense of relief. If you get to Tuesday morning and you can check your bank account and your wages are still in there, all by the bits you spent, hopefully on nice stuff. Hopefully on barbecue food if this weather holds out, you know. Imagine the relief, imagine the satisfaction of getting to Tuesday and going, I did it. And if you've put those blocks in place, if you've done what you need to do, then that will work month after month after month. And eventually, the time adds up, the urges subside, not completely, but they do subside. And whilst you should always keep those blocks in place, you won't have that fear. I don't know about you, but I used to fear paydays. I used to hate paydays. Yes, of course, I'd probably been skint for weeks because I'd done my bollocks the payday before. So there was an element of relief that I was getting some money into my bank account, and maybe, just maybe, I managed to use some of it for something important. Maybe I had the presence of mind to transfer enough money so all my bills were paid, so that my rent was paid. Maybe, just maybe, if I hadn't laid awake at night waiting for it to go in so I could go on the online casinos, which I did a lot, but maybe I would have bought myself some stuff. You know, so maybe it wasn't all going to waste, but I used to fear that day because I knew that those gambling gremlins were in the back of my head waiting to pounce, waiting for their opportunity, waiting for that triangle of time, money and opportunity to be complete again so I could indulge in my addiction and I could scratch that itch. But the itch was never scratched. All I did was cause more and more problems and wake up feeling like you've been punched so hard in the stomach because you've done it again. You've let yourself down and you've let other people down. But it's preventable. If you don't want to be there, if you don't want to be that person tomorrow morning or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, when we go back to work, you don't want to be that person sitting there looking back ruefully. Not just because you skimped, but because you ruined the long sunny weekend we'd like you to have that you could have done nice things with. You know, you could have gone to the pub. You know, have 5 or 6 pints. Yeah, it's going to be 20, 30 quid, but dear God, that's like 2 minutes on some slot, isn't it? You know, you could have been involved. You could have been mentally involved in the fun things that you could be doing this weekend. Screw it, they don't even have to be fun. They don't have to be big, extravagant fun things. You can just sit and read a book. Go and sit in the garden. Have a cup of tea. You know, read a book, read the paper. Play cards with your other half. That's what I'm going to do. Amongst the crazy golf and the pub and all the rest of it, right? Enjoy them. Don't ruin them before they start. Okay, so I'm not going to go on about the actual blocks, but like I say, online, go GameStop, right? If you think you're going to go into the bookies, go and self-exclude today before you have the money to go in there tomorrow. If your problem is with pubs, and I made a video on it a little while ago, if you go in there and play fruit machines, then go in there and talk to the landlord, get them to ban you. Don't take cash up there. If you get paid in cash tonight, maybe don't. And you want to go to the pub on Friday night. Who doesn't want to go to the pub on Friday night, right? Or tomorrow night, you know what I mean? Then don't take cash. Just take your card, buy your beer, have a great weekend, enjoy it, right? But protect yourself. And you protect yourself this month, you protect yourself every month. And slowly, you get out that cycle. Stay safe, stay sane. Have a great long weekend. I don't know whether I'll put any more videos out before then, but enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy whatever you do. But don't ruin it before it starts. Take measures now, yeah? Stay safe, stay sane. All the best, guys.